everyone, my name is Chloe and welcome to day 6, I think, of Vlogmas. So if you've not seen one of these videos, what I did is at the beginning of the year, I asked my best friend to give me 24 books that she wanted me to read, either that she had read and loved, or that she had heard about and wanted me to try, or whatever the case may be. So she emailed my husband those 24 titles, and he put them in this. Instead of a nice little coffee cup, he decided to do this. So then every day I'm drawing one of these, and I am reading the book and letting you know my thoughts. So it's a little bit of a kind of unboxing, a little blast from the past because this vlog is happening throughout the year, and a little book review. So let's pick today. I will tell you it is the beginning of March, almost the second week of March actually, and we are, I think, coming off of a really rough 2 weeks. We've had this virus going around our city that has, it's like 5 or 6 days each of fever, vomiting, all the things all at once. And it started with my big 2 and it just kind of ran through everybody. So we have had a long 2 weeks, but we're starting to feel a little more human. So let's go ahead and pick a title, see what it is. I'm going to try it. So my complaint with this was that, like, he got to choose the order, basically, because I can't get to the bottom. However, tricky me got to the bottom. So let's see what this is. Okay. They Went Left by Monica Hesse. So I really have wanted to read this book. Hold on, let me grab my phone and I'll tell you what it's about. So this book has a 4.25 rating on Goodreads, and it's got over 13,000 reviews, or ratings. So I think that is pretty solid. It's Germany, 1945. The soldiers who liberated the Gross-Rosen concentration camp said the war was over, but nothing feels over to 18-year-old Sophia Letterman. Her body has barely begun to heal, her mind feels broken, and her life completely shattered. 3 years ago, she and her younger brother Abek were the only members of their family to be sent to the right, away from the gas chambers of Auschwitz. Everyone else, her parents, her grandmother, her radiant Aunt Maha, they went left. Zophia's last words to her brother were a promise. Abek to Zofia, A to Z. When I find you again, we'll fill our alphabet. Now her journey to fulfill that vow takes her through Poland and Germany and into a displaced persons camp where everyone she meets is trying to piece together a future from a painful past. Miriam, desperately searching for the twin she was separated from after they survived medical experimentation. Brienne, a former heiress. Okay, so a bunch of people trying to find family members after the war and getting separated. This sounds so good, and I see that my friend has it marked as to read. As with every video so far, I will ask her why she chose this book, but she probably wants to read it and wanted me to try it. So really excited. I will let you know what I think. Hey everyone, so it's later and I don't have any updates on the book, but I forgot to play the message where she told me why she picked this book. So let's listen.
I picked They Went Left because that book was on both of our want to read lists, and I was kind of on a kick when I made the list for you about like World War II books. Ooh. So just kind of interested to see what you think of it.
Okay, so maybe a little spoiler for things to come, maybe more World War II books. So yeah, I'm still really intrigued. I just am in the middle of the backlist readathon and a few other things that I need to get to first. So I will update you when I have thoughts on the book. Hey everyone, so it's late afternoon and I had like a workout headband on and now I don't. So I just realized how crazy my hair looks. But we have had a really kind of fun day. It's Thursday and my husband, it's like, what is it? The 20 something of March. And my husband has 20 hours of work that he has to take off before the end of the month. So he's kind of been like in and out of work today. And we've kind of just been all over the place doing random stuff. But it's been fun. And so we've like split shifts with the kids and run errands, went to the library, all that kind of stuff. So it's been a fun day. We are struggling. I am like 9.5 weeks pregnant, and you guys, this, I think, is going to be our final kid. One, because we had always kind of said 4 was our number. 4 feels like a good amount of kids and stimulation, but like also this pregnancy has been awful. It is awful, you guys. Like, It's just so terrible. So feeling really rough, but we're making it. So that's really everything that's going on life-wise. Spring has sprung. Yay. Thank goodness. I feel like I started this video a long time ago because, I don't know, backlist readathon, all the things happened. But anyway, I wanted to get on an update before I get too far into this book because I am just going through it. I have it on audio. I don't have it physically, and I am waiting on it physically, but it was at a different library, so interlibrary loans, it's taken a while. But I'm really liking it. It is a really interesting story and something I haven't really read before. So this is about a girl named Sophia who she was taken to, she's Jewish. She was taken to the concentration camps in World War II, and her entire family was taken, and only she and her little brother were saved. The rest, it's called They Went Left because they separated them. Whoever went left went to the gas chambers. Whoever went right was sent to work. And so she and her brother survived. Now, the book, like that we don't see that. We're told that at the beginning of the book. The book happens after the camps are liberated. And so she goes to a hospital, and then like a Russian soldier kind of, befriends her and takes care of her. And because of him, she's allowed to go home. Well, she is looking for her brother. So she put, like his name down. The hospital, I guess, asked like, who are you looking for? Put his name down, and then went back to their house thinking maybe he would be there. He's not. Nobody has seen him. And so she goes, to Germany to this, misplaced person's, kind of like refuge, and she is trying to find her brother. And the beginning, like the setup and all of that, was really interesting. Like I said, have not read anything like that, and not even something I really have thought a ton about is like how families were reunited, if they were reunited. I mean, knowing the fate of your family, like she has talked multiple times on like, would I rather know that something terrible happened to him or never find him, which is worse. And so it's just fascinating to think about, and like in a very tragic way. And we're kind of getting to a lull in the story. I'm nearing halfway through, and we're kind of getting to a lull because she's at this displaced person's place, and there's a bunch of different characters also looking for family members. And I'm just a little bit like, it's fine. It's just the pacing has kind of slowed down, but like I'm still liking it. So overall, it's going well. Yeah, it's going well. My reading in general has kind of slowed down because most of my reading normally is after the kids are in bed, but just feeling so awful and stuff. I am taking B6 and Unisom. They say that helps nausea. I really don't think it does. I've taken it with all of my kids, and I don't think it actually helps nausea, but it does help me sleep. And so then I'm just like zonked out for a solid 7 or 8 hours. And so that's great. I mean, that has to help something. And it's just 7 or 8 hours that I'm not feeling terrible. So, yeah, so I pretty much put the kids down and then I am out. And so, I'm not getting as much reading done, but that's okay. So we'll just keep on keeping on. And this is a pretty short audiobook, so I'm curious how many pages the actual book is. I'll be excited to see it. But, yeah, that's it. My guess now is that they will get reunited, but it's going to be a really long time. Maybe. I think that's my guess. So we'll see. I don't know if I'm right, but we'll see. Everyone, so here I am again, many days later, and not remembering what I said in the last clip. However, I finished They Went Left, and I really enjoyed it. I just think it's such a unique story, at least from what I have read of World War II stuff, being after the war and everything. So, like I said, I do remember saying she gets liberated from the camps. She goes home looking for her brother, and her brother is not there, and she's met with still a lot of anti-Semitism. Nobody really wants her there, and everybody's a little bit like peevy and weird around her, and so she goes to this displaced persons camp to try to find her brother in Germany. And so she's there, and she becomes friends with a group of people. She has a little romance, and I was saying it kind of slowed down, and it did, but like shortly after that clip, something kind of crazy happened. And so I mean, the pacing had slight ebbs and flows, but overall I would say it was good. There are some things I didn't love about this book. So I don't like, I'm really torn. I think I gave it 4 stars in my rating on Goodreads, but so I really liked the overall message of like hope and rebuilding and found family, and I really like those themes. And I thought the mental health representation was very accurate. I mean, I cannot even begin to fathom what that might have been like for her. And so there's times where she's anxious, there's times where she's depressed, there's times where she's explosive, there's times where she's dissociative. There's just all sorts of things going on mental health wise with her that I feel like were very real, and would be very realistic trauma responses to what she had just been through and what she was still going through, because it wasn't sunshine and roses just because she was liberated. Yes, her life was not in danger in the same way, but it was different. I mean, it was still not easy. And so I loved that like representation of trauma responses and thought it was really accurate. I love the overall hope, and kind of rebuilding, like I said, found family, all that. And just, yeah, I really like those things. What I didn't like is I didn't like the way the romance ended up, just kind of personally. However, I feel like it was really realistic. I could see why it went the way it did. Again, I'm not trying to say a lot, but I can see how everything went down and why it all went down, even if it wouldn't have been how I would have done it. And then I am so torn on the ending. I'm not going to say anything about the ending because it's a big, like, kind of a big twist. It does all, like, wrap up. It doesn't leave you hanging. But it is a big twist that I, like, immediately felt disappointed but then felt hopeful because of it. So I don't really know. If you've read it, let me know what your thoughts are on the ending. But overall, like I said, I really like this book because it was something different, and it felt so real to life of a person. And the author's note in the end was talking about how she kind of researched this, and like she just put a lot of research into it, and it seemed like she really wanted to create an authentic experience, and I feel like she did. I mean, from my perception, which is so far removed from that, I don't know, but like it seemed to me to be a really realistic portrayal of something so horrible. So overall, really enjoyed this book. Let's see, it's March 24th. I haven't updated that long ago, so really nothing has changed. March Madness is in full swing. Last year, it was like a legit competition between the four of us, my two big kids, and me and my husband to see who would win what bracket. But this year, it's a little less of a competition. However, I'm going to tell you, the first round of girls tournament has happened, and I only missed one. I have a nearly perfect bracket. So I'm sure that's going to change today and tomorrow. And our boys' brackets are all kind of jacky. But it's been so fun. And like basketball all day, every day. Last night, my oldest had a sleepover with me because she finished one of her math curriculum, and so she always gets to pick a surprise, and so she picked a sleepover, and we stayed up a little bit late watching the Tennessee-Texas game, and Texas lost, which was really sad, but kind of fun. She is my kid who, like, if we touch in the night, she moves, and that is like my spirit animal. If you guys know me, those of you who know me in real life, like, I loathe sleeping with people. I don't like to be touched. I like to have my space, whereas I have one kid who kind of snuggles in and one who doesn't, and it was really fun. Sleepovers are great. Lots of fun times. So that's really everything that's going on. It's Sunday. My husband's about to take the kids to run a couple errands so I can film some things. And yeah, that's it. So check in tomorrow, see what we got. But overall, I would say this was definitely a success. So check it out. Let me know if you've read it, and we'll talk to you in the next one.